So substantial economic growth must be preceded by technological innovations that expanding industries incorporate into their production or distribution procedures. Okay, so we're saying that to have substantial economic growth, there must be technological innovations made. Okay. Since a worldwide ban of the use of fossil fuels would surely produce many technological innovations, it is obvious that such a ban would be followed by an economic boom rather than an economic depression forecast by the critics of such a ban. So what is our conclusion here?
Substantial economic growth must be preceded by technological innovations. Oh, wait, no, I take that back.
Support.
I take that back. Since a worldwide ban on the use of surely producing, it is obvious that such a ban would be followed by an economic boom rather than by the economic depression forecast.
Excellent, because we have our premise indicator word.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so we're saying it is obvious that such a ban would be followed by economic boom rather than depression. And what is our reasoning for this conclusion?
Because in the beginning, it's saying that economic growth must be preceded by technological innovations.
So if we have economic growth, what does that mean? What's needed to have economic growth?
Technological innovations.
Excellent.
Yeah, when I get confused on these, I'm gonna have to write them out if I have time, because this was a lot of words.
And then what happens in our second sentence, or the premise of our second sentence?
Since worldwide ban on the use of fossil fuels would surely produce many technological innovations.
So it's saying that we're going to have technological innovations. And then what is
our economic, it's going to grow, not plummet.
So what kind of flaw is this? What do we go from our premise to our, like, why is, when we go from this to this, what is the issue?
It's saying that economic growth is caused by technological innovations, but it could be caused by other things too.
Okay, it's not saying it's caused by it. It's saying what kind of, where do we, okay, so what is the contrapositive of this?
No technological innovations, no economic growth.
Yeah, but instead we just flip it, and so instead we take our necessary condition and act about like if we have that condition, we're guaranteed to have this thing. When really we don't, like, this alone doesn't guarantee that we're going to have economic growth. It's just needed in order to have economic growth. So this is going to be a conditional flaw. Do you see how we do that? We take our necessary condition and we put it into the sufficient, but really that's not, we can't do that.
I don't know. I'm horrible at conditional. I'm just now learning it in the loophole.
Okay, let's do a lesson on conditional statements then, because
yeah, I skipped it in 7-Sage, I skipped it in Power Score, and I am forcing myself to do it now.
I'm assuming that like reading through these quickly, I'm assuming that the answer is going to be D.
Yeah, it is D.
Okay, because so the argument confuses a necessary condition. Yep, we take our necessary condition here, which is technological innovations for a thing with a sufficient condition for that thing. Yeah, we take our necessary condition and we act as if it's a sufficient condition. So we take something that's needed for something to happen and act as if that alone guarantees it to happen.
Oh. Okay.
So essentially, like if I said I'm from Ohio, it must be preceded that I am first from the United States. That makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm going to say, well, Jess is from the United States, so it's obvious that she is from Ohio. Which that's not true, right? Just because this is needed for me to be from Ohio, being from the US, we don't doesn't guarantee you being from Ohio. It's just needed for me to be from Ohio. And so that's what our argument does here. Is that helping a
Okay.
little bit for today?